everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you'd like. On today, I wanted to share my quick little 10-minute workouts that I've been doing every other day. I've been trying to get back in the gym, 40 plus, and I remember a time when working out was so much fun. It was easy. I could, go for 2 or 3 hours, and I probably still have like a little bit left in the tank. But as I've gotten older, I found out that it's not as easy as it used to be, especially if you don't stay consistent with it. So what I've been doing is just taking it easy on myself, or easier, I should say, on myself. And instead of going to the gym, because last month what I did was, just to do a quick recap, last month I started out going to the gym 5 days a week, and things were going, okay, but I knew I wasn't going to be able to keep that up, for whatever reason. So I said, I'm going to alternate 2 days and work out at home and do more cardio, more body weight exercises, resistance bands, things like that, right? So this is just my 10-minute workout. And what I'm realizing is when you're getting back into shape, it's a process. It is definitely a process. It's not something that, especially as you get older, you can just jump right into, go full speed ahead and thinking that it's going to be the same as it was when you were, 19, 20, 21. Regardless of, whatever muscle memory you may have, it does take a while to get back your cardiovascular system in shape. It does take quite a minute. And so I've just been focusing on, like I said, doing my jumping rope, my jumping jacks, squats, resistance bands. And I feel like it's really been working. So far, I'm down 4 pounds overall. I realize I kind of fluctuate between 1 and 2, during a certain time of the month. But overall, I'm down 4 pounds. My diet is fairly decent. I'm a vegetarian, so I don't eat any kind of meat, fish, regardless. So I eat mainly plant-based, but however, I was carb heavy for quite some time because I always felt like I was hungry. So to replace that satisfaction that I would get from eating meat, everything was like extra bread on the side, or, I'm a Texan, so let's extra tortillas, or, extra toast, or lots of potatoes and things like that. It was just very carb heavy. And before I knew it, it's like, oh my God, I gained so much weight. And at my heaviest at 196, and I'm only 5'5", and so that was quite a lot of weight. And so I want to get down at least 30 pounds. I don't want to go back to being super slim. Like, I've always actually been very skinny. And then somewhere right around, I'd say 26, 27, metabolism started slowing down a little bit, and I started filling out, I guess some would say. But now full-fledged, a little chubby, which I'm kind of fine with. But again, just want to reel it in before I get too out of shape. I don't want to get to the point to where I'm unable to enjoy myself, enjoy my life, enjoy, family, vacations, things like that. I don't want to get to that point. So I knew I had to reel it in. So now what I've done, I still have like my, I'll have like a plant-based meat for breakfast with a little bit of potatoes. Walmart has these, I think it's called Yukon potatoes and peppers. And all I do is pop them in the conventional oven with whatever plant-based meat I'm going to have. And I have that for breakfast. I go work out. For lunch and dinner, it's salad. I get like the pre-made salads. I think you can get them I know Walmart sells them. HEB, for those who may not be in Texas, I'm a Texan, so HEB is like our almost go-to grocery store for the most of us. But I'm sure, I don't know what else is out there. I think Publix I've heard of, Kroger's I've heard of, Randall's. I get plant-based salad. Plant-based. Of course, salad is plant-based. But I just get salads, and I'll eat like the whole bag of salad. And that'll be lunch and dinner. I'll have a couple of snacks, maybe like couple of handfuls of mixed nuts. And I know nuts can be very fattening because, or yeah, they can put weight on you because there's so much protein in them, right? And saturated fat. So, but it's good stuff, but you have to monitor the nuts that you eat, right? I do that. Every now and then I'll have a dessert. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to pretend like I don't on occasion have some type of, chocolate ice cream cone. I do on occasion have a cinnamon roll or a slice of cake, but I'm at the point now to where I don't overdo it. There was one point in time I just felt like if I want to have 2 or 3 slices of cake, I'm going to have 2, 3 slices of cake. And I think I was under the impression that because I worked out, I used to do really, really heavy weights, that everything would be fine. But as women will tell you, when you hit 40, things really change in your body and the weight kind of stays. You're not burning off stuff as easily as you once did. So this is the workout that I'm doing. 2 days a week, I'll alternate with the jumping rope. And as you can see, like little exercises that I do, little things like that. And then when I go to the gym, I'm there a bit longer. I'll do an hour solid cardio. Usually it's on the elliptical or the Stairmaster. Lately, it's been the elliptical, the Stairmasters. I'm not there yet like I used to be. And then I'll do like 45 minutes of weight training. When you hit your 40s, you do gotta hit some weights. You're not gonna look like Arnold Schwarzenegger. You don't have to worry about that at all. But it is a good idea if you're a woman past 40 to don't be ashamed to, start doing some, stronger resistance training. Your body will definitely thank you for that. But I think the most important lesson that I've learned throughout this, I don't want to call it a weight loss journey because I'm not on a weight loss journey. I'm more or less on a lifestyle change journey. And I don't know if I would call it a journey because I feel like when you have a journey or you think of the word journey, you think of like an end point, you think of a destination. I don't have an end point. This is just something that I've always been athletic. I've always worked out. I just every now and then, for some reason, 6 or 7 months out of the year lately, for the last maybe 5 years, I just will stop working out, and I don't know what that's about. So it's not necessarily a journey for me. It's just a continuation. It's a part of me being physically fit, being as healthy as I possibly can. Again, I'm always going to have some type of dessert. Every now and then I'm going to have some French fries. I'm just probably going to do that in moderation. But this is just getting back to who I am. And especially when you go through certain transitions and things in life, you kind of lose yourself a little bit. You kind of get, if you're not careful, you'll get lost in the shuffle of life, period. So you have to find the things that are your foundation. For me, that's always been my faith, my spirituality, my belief in God. Yeah, I'm going to get a little bit preachy. That He has always been my foundation. So I've been getting back to that. Not getting back to, excuse me. I've been really focusing on bettering my relationship in Christ, with Christ, reading the Bible a lot more, praying earnestly, and really learning how to trust. And that's something that I've struggled with because I'm not going to say I'm a control freak, but I do like to know the ins and outs and what should I expect and what's the process and I'm a detail oriented person. And I guess I'm going to say that probably is a control freak. So I'm learning at this certain point, I'm kind of going through some challenges in my life. I'm learning that I'm really not in control of anything. I mean, sometimes you can do something and you're thinking that you're doing it, but perhaps you're not. I'm just going to go out and say, for me, no, I'm not. It's God. It has always been God. And I have been under the impression that as long as I do, A, B, C, and D, then E, F, G is a natural response. But I found out I could do all of those things. But if it's not, God's will or something I need to be patient about or what have you, I'm just going to have to wait. Sometimes you just have to go through those things. And I'm learning that while I'm working out. Like, I just want to get out there and, again, be that 19, 20-year-old, run 4 or 5 miles like it's nothing and have those abs and that body. And not that that's not possible, because it definitely is. But I have to be patient with myself. I'm learning now when I work out, especially outdoors, I have to take breaks. I have to stop and take a breather. I can't, at this point right now, I'm not able to just go through it like I used to go through it. From, one exercise to the next, I have to stop, take a quick break, grab some water, some ice. I may just have to sit down for, get 5 minutes till I, feel okay. I'm not feeling lightheaded like I'm going to pass out. That's been happening. So I just want to stop by and just tell somebody to be patient with yourself, whatever that you're doing. Sometimes you just have to be patient. You have no other choice but to be patient with yourself and continue on in the process, and don't give up on yourself. And don't give up on God. How about that? Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.